What is going on, guys? It is Birdo Boy here, and as you can see, the truck front end is apart, so that means he must be doing something to her. And today we're going to be installing these WESI LED work LED RGB lights. So we're going to be putting them in either side where the fog lights would be on this truck, and we're just going to show you guys installed and how they look. Already opened up the package so I could see what was in them, but I kind of put it back together as best as I could when I got it, just so you guys can see. So this here is just the instructions on what the different functions are, the different things. So in this kit, you're going to get both lights and you're going to get two mounts. The mount is just going to be a single bolt. So you're going to put those to the back, and that's going to tell you which way they're going to go, and then you just put the bolt where you're going to put it. So in there you get two kits, two of these, one for each light. More Allen keys than you'll need, which is weird. They gave you tools. This doesn't happen. Your remote. This is there's going to be no switch actually is needed for these. It's just your remote here. You can see these turn them on, off, and everything. You don't need a switch, which is kind of nice. You don't have to run one. And obviously the two pods are in here. So when you're wiring them, the yellow is your signal that goes from your remote to the pods, and then you got a positive and negative cable there that just hooks to your battery. So for these two RGB lights here, I already got one out there. My plan to mounting them is to be in where my fog lights would be if this truck came with fog lights. I'm going to try to put them as close to this side as I can, so that way I can get another pod in if I wanted to, or just then it looks a little cleaner, get it inside. So on this side, I already have got the hole cut out where it's gonna go. You can see it's cut out there. So this is gonna sit back there, and then luckily on this metal here, there's a hole already cut out. So that's what I'm gonna put my bolt into. So I'm just gonna quickly throw that in there. It's nothing much. For these lights, it's pretty simple. You just so you see there's two bolts here. Take your mount, and then you lay it on here, and put your little two screws in there. Make sure your bolts in, and then it'll be mounted up. So I'll show you just what it looks like when it's mounted. So it didn't take me too long here, but we got them all up. So with this mount, you just want to take your bolt and put it through your mount before you throw it on, because this bolt sits inside of there, you can kind of see it right there, so that it doesn't move. So yeah, you just want to make sure it comes with a washer, and then a locking washer, and then your actual bolts. That's all you want to do. And so this is movable this way from back and side to side. So it's however you need to mount it there. But I'm gonna get mine in there, and then we'll get wiring them up here. So a few days later, but we got the pods in and wired up and everything. I didn't want to show you guys that. It was pretty straightforward wiring. So as you can see here, this is just on the one side here. So I should get a light here, and then I can show you guys. So I cut here's close to the outside of this light. A little bit of space around here. I might get some stuff to fill that up. Straight. And then over here, we got this one here marked up too. You can see a little bit of space. And I'll get a flashlight, and I'll show you guys how this is how I got them to sit there, and I'll show you the wiring, how I did that, and then we'll show you guys how they actually work and what they look like. Alrighty, so we're under here now, and as you can see, so I had to drill a hole through the metal there, that of the top part of my bumper. I also had to get a longer bolt, because the bolt that these lights came with, sadly, was way too short. So yeah, just simple. We got one nut, a washer, and then a locking washer on top, and we got one bolt and a washer on the bottom. That way you can tighten it from the top to bottom, just to get it so you don't move. Plastic's cut, and then the wires that ran up through the bumper, same as over there. It's hard to see, but you can kind of see in that pod way over there, the same thing. So I'm just gonna pop up, show you how I wired it. So it's gonna be very hard for you guys to see this because it's all wrapped up. But I got the wire, so you can see the two black and red, positive and negative, coming up from the light. They run down through here, and then they meet up here with the other red and black coming from that light. And see that yellow wire there The yellow wire on these lights, you do not put anything to, is that's your signal wire. So I put my flashlight down here, and there. And I'll try to make you guys see. So you can see that yellow wire, no wire attached to it, and you don't want to cut it or anything. Leave it, and just because then it might flirt with the signal. But you just leave the yellow wires, or that one's way down there, and they still work from the cap. And then they come up here, and right now they just lead right to the battery on here. But I'm gonna put a master switch in the truck to turn it off to make sure that there's no power at all going, because my battery did seem to die a little bit from them. Okay, so we're gonna show you guys the lights here. So we got our little thing on my keychain here, so I know what to do. So A turns on just to your right, so there's your standard brights there. You can see the pretty bright. And then you turn it one more time, and that just gives a little flash, kind of a, that just flashes. Then you got your B, your colored lights. Right now mine are a little off. Then you got different types here, so D, these are just like different greens. And you got your standard light colors. They do get out of sync, so what you gotta do is you just gotta hold down on the B. And then they go back into sync, so you can see they both are. I'm just gonna turn it back to the normal reds. And it's actually pretty bright. Very RGB, as you can see. And here's your funky colors, all your fun ones. So they're actually pretty good, and they work. So we're just gonna go all the way to the back of the truck. And so we're at right here near the back. And if I hit A, it works all the way over here. So that is nice. These lights off of Amazon, these pod lights, I'll give them a pretty good rating. They're like a, oh, I don't know what to rate them. They're like a brightness level. I'll give it a 6. You know, they could be, the white is nice, the RGB could be brighter, but you know, it's cool. The install level, it's the 7, pretty simple install, and they're just nice lights. So I thought I should just give you guys what they look like at night, how they actually are. So we're gonna do the regular one, and then the RGBs, what they looking like, and then just the standard colored ones. Here's the normal light. As you can see, very bright. Not bad actually. I used them one time at night with combination with my lights. Now the way I have them mounted is more for seeing in the ditch farther, because my high beams are not too good with these headlights. So they actually done their job very well. I've been able to see a few feet into the sides of fields when I'm driving on a road. So here's the RGB. That's just a solid blue. I'll show you another color here. The darker color is a red. It's not terrible. It's not good when you have other lights on. You can't see them, but not bad. And then here's the RGB. Again, with no lights, it's better. I'm just gonna quickly turn on my, you can see from the inside the cab here, I'm just gonna flick on my LEDs with my other lights in combination with the other lights. We'll turn on the RGB ones. And as you can see, they're almost gone. There's like nothing to them. I don't even know if you can. Sorry about that. Oh, this is not on. They're kind of there. But you can see the white, they're still prominent compared to the other one. Just that RGB is not as prominent. You can see the colors there. So, I do wish that they made the RGB a little brighter for these lights. But the regular white is pretty bright. So, they're not terrible. They're more for show than anything. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.